Hello. Today we are going to talk about Fastly. And all of us remember Fastly used to be a really fast paced, high flying stock. Just 2 or 3 years back, I guess it was very close to $100 or something. Now, unfortunately, stock is at 1/10 of its peak value. And just a week back, or I think on Feb 12th, they announced the results. And the stock fell even further. So now, as stockholders, you might be having this question on your mind: what should we do? Should we hold it or should we fold it? So let's evaluate. So before getting into any specifics, I would like to start by saying that this is not financial advice. The views expressed are my own. The content has been created for educational purposes only, and the content may contain certain errors, and users are expected to verify the same before using any information. So, Fastly announced their earnings last week, and the earnings were pretty muted. So, they had a revenue of 140.6. It was up 2.2% year on year, but much below expectations. The stock fell 20% the moment they announced their earnings, mainly because the outlook was weak. And not only that, the margins also came down. So, a lot of things happening at the same time for the company. So if we just look at the financials, the overview, they got 140.6 million and only 2% growth. Not at all good for a tech company. Operating loss, that series continues, and at the same time, coupled with reduction in volumes. They have some cash position which will kind of allow them to run for next 12 to 18 months, but again, that's also under some pressure. So, which to some extent limits their ability to invest more in new products and something which they really need. At the same time, when you look at their earnings, there were some areas where they did better. For example, there was a better growth in advanced security on a small base, something to note about, and also an edge computing service. Edge computing can be important, especially for AI solutions. So that because AI solutions are becoming more and more popular, and edge solutions can allow end users to access those applications at a faster pace. They don't want a lot of latency, and these fastly solutions can help them access them. And so security and AI, these are going to be the growth drivers for them. And uh, and there's one more thing, and as you know, in among corporate departments, developers really like the technology behind Fastly products. So they have a equity, they have a strong recognition among their target market set. So the developer community and others, they understand, their products have a lot of good features that are very well architected and designed. So they have that strong foundation behind the products. So these are some of the things which are the concerns. Revenue is stagnant, of course. Profitability is coming down. A lot of competition. Cloudflare is doing very well. They just showed 27% growth, riding on their security features, security capabilities on DDoS, like denial of service, and uh, especially on the edge. Their core CDN business is also doing decently. Akamai, the old horse, they have become almost like a cash cow, but doing well. And one other problem is, at one point in time, TikTok used to be their biggest customer, but now what has happened, that there is some uncertainty whether TikTok will be able to continue its operations in US or not, and that is creating some challenges. So what Fastly has done, they have not included TikTok revenue as part of their forecast. So that's a wild card. If this works, yes, kind of that can really help Fastly. But if this doesn't, then there will be a problem. So, as part of our due diligence, we always look at the job postings and hiring trends, because that also is a indicator towards the health of the company. So yes, they are hiring in different areas. They are looking for talent in AI and security. So uh, the hiring part looks normal, a little below normal maybe, but it looks pretty okay. And as one can see, management and analyst sentiment is muted. The price targets are low. Everybody is in the caution mode. So what can change? Because I feel that the ramp for the new products in security and AI, that will may take its own sweet time, and it will be a slow ramp because there is a lot of competition. So what else can happen which can help this company? One of the things which is going in its favor is the company has, as we talked about, it has a decent reputation in technical communities. At the same time, the valuation level at this point in time have become compelling. So, is can it become an acquisition target? Possibly. So, for existing players or some other cloud or telecom company which really wants to strengthen its edge computing. So that can be a possibility, but we don't know when and all that. But it's that can be a possibility, and that is one area which can really allow the company to come out from its current challenge. So, what are my conclusions? So, in this particular case, I don't think anything can happen very quickly. The organic process of coming out with growth will be slow, will be really slow, no doubt about it. So, only wild card is there are two things. One is TikTok, and second is acquisition. And beyond that, I don't see any major things happening. So, if you believe that one of these things can happen, you're welcome to hold. If you don't think acquisition or TikTok operations will come back to us, probably it's good to fold. So thank you.